First of all, thank you all for being here, and thank you to the organizers for giving me this opportunity to interact with all of you. It's honestly a privilege to speak to NEET MDS aspirants because not too long ago I was exactly where you are today, confused, anxious, hopeful, and determined all at once. My name is Azim Ali. I'm from a town called Manjeri in Kerala. I did my BDS from GDC Calicut, and I'm proud to say that I have secured an All India rank of 40 in the NEET MDS exam and an All India rank of 43 in the INICET exam. I know these numbers sound great now, but I want to share with you the real journey behind them, the mistakes, the sleepless nights, the study routines, and the strategies that helped me achieve this. Before I begin, I really want to thank the people who supported me, my parents and my wife. They stood by me every single day. My teachers and my mentors, without whom none of this would have been possible. And my friends, we discussed each other and complained during a lot during these tough times. I couldn't have done this alone. Now, before I go into my schedule or strategy, I just want to say this very clearly. There is no a single strict way of studying. Each and every one of us is different. So, what worked for me may not work exactly the same for you. Don't try to copy someone's timetable or match any standard. You are unique, and if you give your best in your own way, the results will come. In this session, I'll talk about my daily routine, what resources I used, how I revised, how I handled stress, and also what I did on the exam day. I hope my journey helps you in some way. My study setup was simple. I studied from home only, but I didn't move to any city or any hostel. But I didn't study inside the house all day either. There was a reading room near my home, and that place made a really big difference. I used to pack my lunch, leave home around 9 or 10 in the morning, stay there till 8 or 9 p.m. Some days I would go home for dinner and then go back again at night for a few more hours. In the final phase, I would stay there till 1 or 2 a.m. and study. I used to take an afternoon nap over the desk, and I took naps whenever needed. I'm a very sleepy person and I didn't force myself too much. In my opinion, it's better to take rest when needed than sit tired and waste time. If you can find such a reading room near home, it's really helpful and you can stay at home and still study very efficiently. It feels very different from studying at home. You get more focused hours, and I had really good friends there who helped me and supported me. It's always nice to have some people who are going through the same journey to talk to and to get some air when you're stressed. Now, coming to the resources, let me just say it clearly. The most important single thing in your preparation is dental pulse and dental pulse only. It's your base. Everything else comes after that. Now, coaching is secondary, but it is still necessary. Without proper guidance, it is easy to lose track or spend time on the wrong things. And one more thing, which I think not many people talk about, is ChatGPT. It actually quite helped me a lot. It helped me solve difficult questions, simplify tough concepts, and make mnemonics, give quick tricks and everything. It saved so much time and effort. So if you know how to use it properly, it can be a very helpful tool in your preparation. Now coming to the subject-wise strategies, first of all, you should study all the subjects. Never leave a subject thinking that it is unimportant or too hard. Trust me, every subject matters. You never know which where the questions will come from. And I personally didn't divide the subjects into clinicals and basics. I treated all the subjects alike. This mindset helped me stay balanced because the exam doesn't care what you like or don't like, right? Now, if someone has a limited time, then it might help to prioritize some high yield subjects. But you got enough time. Try to do all subjects very neatly. I mean, very neatly and not perfectly. There's a big difference in it. Don't aim for perfection because honestly, you. Sorry for the interference. Uh, Okay, where were we?
So about perfection.
Okay, perfection. Don't aim for perfection because honestly, you can't. Because there's always something more in every topic, in every subject. And if you keep chasing that, you'll get stuck. You will keep on going deep, but you'll never reach the end. So instead of being perfect, aim to be consistent and complete. Now, one subject that I did a bit differently is pharmacology. For me, I used to do one topic of pharma per day, nothing too heavy. I'd keep aside half an hour to 1 hour daily just for pharmac because trying to cover the whole thing in one go, it just doesn't work. It's very hard to retain that way. I use dental pulse for almost all the subjects. That was my main resource throughout, except for two books which I used was one was Sparsh Gupta for pharmacology and other was Vivek Jain for the biostatistics and epidemiology parts. Now about Pulse, I feel it's sufficient for all the subjects. For pharmacology, the content in Pulse can feel a bit scattered, but Sparsh was better organized chapter wise, so it made it easier to study if you have enough time. Even Pulse is enough, but it's a little bit haphazard. There are many other books people talk about, like The Dentist and Aravind Arora. I personally was into all that. One important thing to keep in mind is the more textbook you use to study, the more you have to revise. And that's where it gets difficult. In the end, what really matters is speed. So if you use multiple resources, revisions become a mess. So you should be taking notes and consolidating somewhere else. So the only study what you can realistically revise. There is no point in studying even one word if you are not going to revise it a few times. So I stick to my main MCQ book and revise it again and again. That itself will that is itself is enough to get you into the top hundreds. While reading Pulse, I had a very simple method. I would tick only those questions which are I was really confident about. The only ones which I got correct without any doubt. In my first two reads, I did all the questions. After that, I would read only the unticked ones and only the ones which I had circled for review. Only then you can revise quickly. Otherwise, there's no way you can finish revising the whole book before the exam. Now, towards the end, the most difficult thing is to skip questions. It feels very uncomfortable. Like, what if I miss something? But trust me, you need to let go of that weight if you want to pick up speed. If you won't skip, you won't be able to revise 4 to 5 subjects a day. That's what you need in the final month. After all, you're going to write all the 19 subjects in just three hours. So unless you have revised all of them very recently, it's hard to recall anything at all in the exam. So revise smart. Now coming to the mock test and questions practice, you should take time to mock test regularly and do a lot of questions along the way. Personally, I didn't focus on the number of questions per day because at the end of the day, Pulse itself is full of MCQs, right? So that part is already being covered during your regular study. But still, there are few things you will only learn through proper mock test, like how to manage time, how to approach tricky questions, and even things like staying focused for 3 hours straight. Also, when you study by doing questions, you retain better. It helps you understand how questions are framed and how to eliminate options fast. With practice, you'll start reading faster and arriving at answers quicker. That speed matters a lot. One target I would suggest is learn to do over 200 to 240 questions in 2 hours. That's a good benchmark to aim for during your mocks. About my own approach, I'd keep a single target like I'll do I didn't keep a single target like I'll do 300 questions a day or anything. What I did was I made a schedule like I'd give 3 to 4 days for each subjects in the beginning. Then plan when to start revision and when to finish the first round, when to finish the next round like that. But most of the time, to be honest, I didn't meet those targets exactly. But that's okay. The important thing is you keep on trying and one every What's important is that you keep on trying. That's enough. One very important and overlooked part of the preparation is the mental health. The exam doesn't just test you how much you can study and recall. It also tests how well you can hold yourself for that one whole year. And more importantly, during those 3 crucial hours in the exam hall. No matter how difficult the questions feel, no matter how you feel your mind is going blank, just remember this. Everyone is going through the same thing. What matters is how calmly you respond in that moment. During preparation, there will be burnout. There will be days of fear, anxiety, self doubt. You might feel lost or slow or behind others. But just one thing, never stop. Even if you fall, just rise again. Take a break if needed, cry if needed, but don't just stop moving forward. Preparation is never a straight path to the government seat. It's full of ups and downs, doubts, delays, and low phases. But what matters is your net direction should be upward. Even if it's slow, just keep going. Another thing I want to say is not all days will be fresh and perfect. Some days you will feel slow, distracted, and frustrated. But always remember, it's just a bad it's just a bad day, not a bad you. The problem happens when we start dwelling too much on those days, feeling guilty, overthinking, and comparing ourselves. If you do that, you'll just end up losing even more time and energy. What I have learned is when my study goes weak, I just let it be. I don't force myself too much. I get some air, I take a break, and I come back when I'm ready. For me, one of the worst phases was when there was uncertainty about the exam date. That's one thing you need to prepare for mentally. Almost every year, there will be some issue or delay or confusion with the exam schedule. You might feel like all your momentum is gone. I personally had a crash of around 1 to 2 months during that time. My flow broke completely. But the important part is I managed to come back, and that made all the difference. So here's the takeaway. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to pause or vent. But don't think you are alone in this. Every single person is going through it. The key is to rise every time you fall. That's all you need to do. Just keep rising. Another aspect I'd really like to talk about is your relationships during this preparation phase. Keep a healthy relationship with your family, your friends, and your colleagues. The journey is tough, and having a good people around you really helps you stay grounded. Yes, your colleagues may be also your competition, but don't forget that. So is the 30,000 other people writing the exam. At the end of the day, the only way you can get through is if you study. You cannot reach your goal by pulling someone else down. Never let that thought enter your mind. Like, I'm not able to study, let me distract him or her too. Please don't think like it. That mindset won't help anyone, not them, not you. And to be honest, these are the kinds of friends you should stay avoid during your preparation. Because sometimes if you're having a good day, just one person with a wrong attitude can be enough to pull your energy down. So surround yourself with people who uplift you and not drain you. Always wish for others' success as well. This is not just a quality for this exam, but it's something you should carry on throughout this life. When I used to pray for myself, I would always include my friends and those around me in it too. This whole journey is a give and take. So you help your friends when they are down, and they'll be the ones to help you when you are struggling too. You should never lose your confidence. I really think that's what separated me from the others. I know many of my friends who might have studied better than me, but one thing I didn't do was doubt myself. Even when I was at my lowest, I still believed that one government seat is mine. I clearly remember the days. I didn't even study a single word, but I would still tell myself, I will clear this, I will clear this. That belief came from knowing that as long as I didn't quit, I had a chance. So if you keep telling yourself, I won't get it, I'm not good enough, then honestly, you really won't. The first thing you need to do is believe in yourself. Even when you take mocks and get low scores, don't let that break you. I never scored high in those mock exams, but I rarely got into the top thousands. But in fact, the best rank I ever got was in the actual NEET exam. So don't let those mock scores deceive you. They are just a part of the journey, not the destination. Now coming to the most important time, the exam day itself, those 3 hours. A few basic but important things first. Get enough sleep the night before. Eat well, do not go on an empty stomach. And for those who take it, have a coffee and walk in confidently. Don't panic if the paper feels tough. If it's tough for you, it's tough for everyone. In fact, you should be more alert when the exam feels too easy because that's when the competition shoots up. But even then, don't worry. You have put in the work, so believe nothing can shake you if you give your best in those 3 hours. Those 3 hours matter more than anything else. Not how many months you studied, not how many books you read. If those 3 hours don't go well, nothing else will matter. So your goal should be to give 100% during that time, those 3 hours. Now about attempting, always attempt high. Drop the fear. Sometimes your intuitions will give you the right answer, but you can't recall why. That's because you have studied, but and your brain just pulls it out from somewhere. Don't hold back too much. Every right answer gives a +4, and a wrong one is a -1. Even if you mark randomly, there's a 1 in 4 chance that you will get it correct. So, but if you leave too many, you're already out of the race. We have very few seats, and once the top ranks are filled, even a difference of 1 to 2 questions can push your rank way back. So, for top ranks, you need to take that risk and attempt high. During those exams, follow a time frame. If your goal is to finish 100 questions in 1 hour, then then every 15 minutes check if you have done one fourth of those questions. Like if you have to do 100 questions in 1 hour, then check every 15 minutes whether you have done 25 questions or not. After 30 minutes, check whether you have done 50 questions or not, and likewise. This keeps you from getting stuck anywhere. The paper might throw surprises, but you shouldn't be shaken. The preparation has made you ready for everything. Just stay focused. This PG seat is worth every single sacrifice. You'll see your friends enjoying going out, partying, but trust me, this journey is worth it. During my own preparation, my marriage happened. We didn't even go for a proper trip anywhere. We made a lot of sacrifices. My parents too, they were a big part of this journey. My mother, she worked hard preparing lunch for me every morning before I left. But in the end, nothing went in vain. Every effort, every missed moment, it all paid off. And you are not different from me. I was once in this same position, listening to someone like this, wondering if I could make it or not. And I did. So why not you? I wish you all the success. Work hard, stay consistent, and get into your best college. Not just any college, the best college. Aim for the best college, and may all your dreams come true. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Azim Ali, for your wonderful session. Actually, I am Abdul Basit from Eden 2 Learning. Actually, we have conducted this program exclusively for you. And thank you for the students who attended this program. Now, I am discussing about some plans that we are providing in the part of behalf of Eden 2. Actually, we have three programs for you. NEET MDS 2026 live plan and NEET MDS regular plan and NEET MDS mock plan. And actually, it is available for annual and for 6 months also. You will get many course features here like mentorship, doubt clear sessions, recorded lectures and notes and everything from our side. It will help you to crack this coming NEET MDS for sure. And NEET MDS regular plan is there. Then the fee structure is very less and you can afford it for sure. And NEET MDS mock plan also is there. And I am telling exclusively for you guys, for the webinar attendees, you will get a 10% bulk off for these three courses. Okay, that's exclusively for you. When you're calling this number, you can tell I had attended this webinar by Dr. Azim Ali and conducted by Eden 2. Then you can avail 10% off in our every plans. Okay, just communicate that you are attended this program. That's enough. And you can avail this offer. Okay, and there is only one more thing to announce. There will be a special scholarship for the NEET MDS 2025 rank holders. If you are achieved a good rank, you will get more discounts as scholarship also. Okay, thank you once again.